Hello, chess friends. We're going to be covering the Bughouse World Championship, the first qualifier in the Challengers section. And it's going to last about 90 minutes. So it starts in about 2 minutes. Looks like we have 30 players in the arena. And let me double check to see the rules about how many teams advance from the Challengers section. Okay, it's the top 4 teams from each qualifier advance. We're looking for 4 teams from this qualifier. Time control is 3 minutes. There's 31 players in the arena right now. A few of them, their partners aren't in, so they're going to have to drop out. So you might have something like 13 teams, 14 teams, something like that. When the arena starts, we're going to start finding games to watch, and we will commentate on those games. It looks like the top seeds seem to be Manvik and Pearl the Dragon. I'm not sure who Pearl the Dragon is. I'm not sure who is teamed with who. I see Myriads in the mix. Can I give you a tempo? They're probably a little bit underrated. So if you're new to Bughouse or the Bughouse World Championship, then you can do Command Bug to get the rules of Bughouse, or Command BWC, get a link to the Bughouse World Championship rules and information to register. There is still time to register. Registration ends on October 4th. The qualifier arenas are all on weekends. So we're going to have qualifiers today, which is Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday, and then the next few qualifiers are going to be next weekend. The Challengers section, I believe, has more qualifiers than the Open section. Let's check the schedule here. So it looks like there's 8 qualifiers total for the Challengers section and 4 qualifiers total for the Open section. So, oh, I'm sorry. I think it started. Let's find some games to watch. So Manvik is partnered to Martin Esquita. Not familiar with him. Pearl the Dragon partnered to Can I Give You a Tempo? If I had to guess, I'd guess Can I Give You a Tempo and Pearl the Dragon are going to be the top seeds in this particular qualifier. You don't have to participate in every qualifier. So Manvik trying to keep his king safe, and he has a mate in net. He's waiting for a rook if his partner can never get him a rook. Unfortunately, Manvik's partner's already got him a rook, and he placed it on g7. Kind of a wasted rook. What's some other ways he can go on? I think he should have ignored that, and well, I guess it's going to be fine, but he really should find some way to get in on d squares. It's a pretty strong move from Pair of the Dragon, though. Pair of the Dragon trying to eliminate this queen, get an attack on Manvik. And the queen trade actually wins for his partner. Okay. So let's see if we can find If we can find another game to watch here. We have Q Matter and Pearson Arrow. And he gets Chess Knight and Josh Price. Josh Price on the attack. I like Knight here. Okay, he's just gonna defend, it looks like. Chess Knight trying to make something happen. If you were to get, if pawn takes, never mind, this is actually a pretty good defense. It defends these key squares. Rook could be interesting for Chess Knight. Maybe pawn here, knight here. I think Josh Price is playing a little bit scared. He shouldn't be afraid to give up a piece to start an attack since he has so many pieces in hand. And in the meantime, it looks like Pearson Arrow is getting some tempo. Trying to defend everything, but like a pawn here is going to displace that queen. So bishop here could be good, bishop or pawn. I like bishop here. This is okay. Well, that's just a free queen. I would have taken it with the bishop first, but this is still quite strong. Pearson Arrow should be able to win here pretty easily. Queen at e2 is a threat. Also have a knight check threat. Oh, that's just mate. Okay. Let's see who we have next. And this is an arena, so as soon as a match ends, another match starts up. And watch Arm Levin. He's partnered Miss Jenny, who's Pultritude 24. So she has a decent attack. Queen back is going to be good if he takes. All right, knight here. Very good for her. I don't like that as much. It lets the queen get back into action. Really have to find this knight move. Finally found it, but found it when it was no longer winning. Oh, knight takes knight. What happened over here? Oh, that was just mate. Okay. Let's check out Pearl the Dragon. Can I give you tempo? Is actually fine. Lore would like some pawns or diagonals in general. Put on g5. Attack here. Hey, 4-player chess. Thanks so much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. 4-player chess are. So you've partnered with Mata. Are you playing in a different arena then? There's another arena later today. I believe at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time for the Challengers section. It looks like they are sitting this down. And there's a pawn, which I imagine is going to go here. I would try to get this rook in play. But he also might just play pawn takes pawn. Now you could either wait for a pawn or you could cycle this knight back. But MC Cavallo is on the attack. I think you have to take. Going down isn't an option. You can just put more pawns in. This is covered. This is covered. I think Pearl the Dragon is going to live through this unless a queen comes. Queen would obviously be disastrous. Eventually this might come, but I would keep check first. This provides another defender here, so that's a good resource to have. Now you can take this bishop some way. What happened there? It's a timeout, I guess. So let's see. Oh, Lore ran out of time. Can I give you tempo? and Pearl the Dragon, very fast players. All right, let's see what else we have to watch here. The tournament stand-ins, Pearl the Dragon and Can I Give You Tempo. Looks like they've won all their games so far, 3 out of 3. But there's other teams that have won more, that have played more games. Chess Knight and Josh Price played 5 games and won 3 out of 5. Streaks are going to help you in arenas, and it's the arena standard. It's the arena stand-in that matters. Okay, so let's check out Andrew Hoy. Reggae Junkie Jew is relatively high rated, and we would expect the higher rated people to do better in the challenger sections, people that are near the top of the rating range. Hey, Radon. Not Carmen. Oh, Radon, are you playing? Let's go look for Radon. Is Radon in the mix here somewhere? Oh, Phil Greek. Okay, Phil Greek and Radon are in the mix here. Yeah, after this game, we'll try to find Radon's game. I didn't know that Radon was in the tournament. Thanks so much for the 22 months, Radon. Yeah, 4-player chess. If you're still out there, if you could give a shout out to Radon and to yourself, that would be great. Both fantastic 4-player chess streamers. So Andrew could just take this bishop, but probably better to do. Oh, actually, his partner's in a wee bit of trouble. That's probably why he's pausing here. So this is a problem. If he takes this, this is quite a dangerous move where Lore can get in there. This is looking pretty good for MC Cavallo. MC Cavallo is safe, has won quite a few pieces. And I think Lore is fairly safe here. Don't really see a way in. These bishops are doing a good job of defending f7 though. So Andrew Hoy is safe as well. The Lore team is up about 10 seconds. Ooh, Reggae Junkie Jew not having a good time. Bishop at d1 or knight at d1 would be pretty dangerous. So pieces are generally pretty good. You could throw in a queen check. This leaves him a little bit vulnerable, but I think the idea is he's trying to open up this rook. Now this queen check is even better because you could go for c3. This king is getting a little bit exposed. I assume we'll see if king takes, is knight here going to be good? Potentially. Might have to just retreat and give up the queen. There goes the queen. Andrew Hoy is perfectly safe. He can just take that back. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't see this bishop. He is not perfectly safe. Andrew Hoy is mated. Checkmate is coming. Now it's a race to see who will mate who first. Andrew Hoy is up time, so wants to give his partner some time to maybe get a checkmate over there. It looks like he might need a knight to make that happen. He does have a scary queen to drop. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. He's doing a pretty good job going for it, though. Time is very close to even. Andrew Hoy has a couple more moves, but wow, Reggae Junkie Jew has found mate. Mate in one with rook in here. Time is fairly close. That was a really close game. Let's see if we can find Radon and check out Radon and Phil Greek's game. Let's see. Doesn't look like they're playing right now. It looks like they've won 1 out of 3 games so far. There's a lot of people who are unpaired. I hope that there's not a problem with the tournament or something. That happens sometimes. Let's see, is there tournament chat? I don't really see tournament chat here. Any victory will dance on the table. Yeah. I see only 1 game going on right now, in theory. I hope we don't have like a bad arena here. Oh, I see some other people with 4-player chess flair. Maybe there's some other 4-player chess fans out there. All right, I'm gonna click on this game since it seems to be the only one going on, as far as I can tell. I'll probably throw a pawn in. I like pawns better to try to promote. Oh, that's interesting. He wants to play pawn check then promote. Well, he should have. Would have been a better move. But he's still doing okay. Oh, that just hangs the bishop. Oh, I guess Danny GM's in time pressure. All right. Do we have just 0 games going on? There might be a game. Let's see. I'm going to try pressing this. No, that's not a Bughouse game. There's some people in the tournament who are playing chess games. I think it X'd me out of the arena. So let's go back to the arena. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah, so this is pretty bad if people aren't getting paired. Oh, Phil accidentally joined without you being partnered. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Let me see. Let me ask to see if there's problems. Arena doesn't seem to be pairing people. It's not good. And the other problem is people on the chess.com Slack generally aren't available on weekends. Let me see. I'm not sure if we're going to have a solution to this, unfortunately. I mean, we could substitute with like a Swiss or something like that. Oh, I see. Now I see a few games. I think it started pairing again. Okay. So we're back in business. Let me actually X out of this though and see if we have a Radon paired. Oh, we have a Radon game we can watch. Here's Radon. As Radon would say, knight plus pawn mates. So knight check, pawn at f7 mates. This knight is under attack. Phil Greek needs to save the knight. Phil Greek is up 1 second, so he could just sit it down, or he could just retreat the knight somewhere. He's chosen to just retreat the knight. Divisor 83 going after that knight. Okay, now Radon needs to defend. Pawn up would make sense. That's a decent move as well. So knight no longer mates. Queen is still bad. But other than a queen, Radon should be just fine here. I like that Darville is going to keep moving. Radon is defending, also attacking this pawn. Phil Greek might be in a little trouble if some diagonals came. I think I could see bishop check at f2. If two bishops came, he might be in trouble. Bishop at f2, then knight check, then a new bishop in. The problem is, if he goes up, this other knight can come in. He probably has to go back. Now, like, bishop is terrible. Could also see knight takes pawn. Or you could just wait for a bishop or a pawn. Actually, Radon is up a ton of time. Radon playing fast. So Radon could just stall. Hopefully Radon doesn't hang too much stuff. New knight in here is probably the move. Now a pawn mates, but they are downtime. Radon cannot move. Radon's just going to chill. And if I were Divisor, I would play something like this. Try to get other pieces involved that aren't doing anything, basically. So this knight is pretty useless right now. He's trying to get the bishop involved. That's reasonable, though not as forcing. Now another knight would be bad, but all four knights are already on the board. That's not going to happen. This could be interesting as well. Okay, so Bill Greek is getting his pieces on the board, which is excellent for him. So he has hung this rook. Maybe hung the queen. I don't think so, because now if he takes the rook, we have queen takes knight. So he's trying to threaten knight check and promote, or knight check and free queen at this point. So Phil Greek has lost a bit of material. He can promote and exploit the pin. Ooh, I don't like that. This was a free rook, and instead he sacked his fake queen. But I think Divisor is feeling the time pressure. So Radon's team may be able to win on time here. Probably trying to take that, not realizing the pin. But they've got to keep moving. Ooh, that was a checkmate. They came in at the last second. So it looked like Divisor was down to a little under 2 seconds. Radon got mated, unfortunately, in the time scramble. But it was a good effort. Let's go find another game to cover. Okay, let's see who's at the top of the standards. Oh, actually, it looks like Chess Knight and Josh Price are doing better than the Pearl the Dragon team. Maybe the Pearl the Dragon team is not getting paired, or maybe they like left the tournament or something like that. Okay, but a lot of these people are not playing right now. Let's watch Andrew Hoy, see how he's doing. I don't know who Reggae Junkie Jew is, but I don't recognize the username. And oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Or oh, I'm sorry, I thought that was the king. I'm blind. So maybe an alt. I don't know. And we're gonna see knight here if king moves over. If king moves down, maybe rook in. I think Lore has a pretty crushing attack. Oh, that's mate. Okay. Nicely done. We see a bunch of streaks here at the top. We see some streaks of 3. And this is like a pretty close race for the #1 spot. All right, let's check out Pearson Arrow. See how he's doing. Wait, doesn't he have just mate? Made him one? Maybe he wanted to see how his partner would do. I don't know why he didn't play that earlier. All right. It only shows me as one game going on, so we're going to check that out. I get the impression that when things go bad, as far as games not starting up, I think it resolves itself somehow when the last game finishes, which is really an odd problem to have for the tournament, but hopefully we will muddle through and figure out what to do about it for the future. Looks like this queen is going to fall. So we have knight takes, rook takes, pawn takes, queen takes, something like that. You probably want to get this rook defended, so try to develop this bishop somewhere. This might be a good place for it. Here, unfortunately, the knight could take. Oh, he's greedy. He's just going for that rook. It's hard to defend both of these pieces. I guess the bishop here defends both the pieces. So bishop here is a natural move. Or he could just give up both pieces. That's another option. And GGM5, who has the 4-player chess flair, doesn't even care about these free pieces. He sees a vulnerable king. And by the way, if you take this, then it's mate with pawn check, pawn check, pawn check. He has 3 pawns in hand. Now he can take that. Knight check will lead to mate. So GGM5 has mate in 3. That's one move. Knight check is the follow-up because it also covers this square. Then pawn check here because this square is covered. And they're up time, so they can just sit. Partner has a pretty good position as well. That's mate. So again, I think there are now 0 games. So I hope this kind of fixes itself. Wait, no partner screws up to do a mate. Yeah. I mean, that's the fun way to do it, but in an arena, time matters. The faster you mate, the more games you can play. So if they're going to qualify, then that's probably a bad way of doing it. So, okay, looks like there's now some games going on. Let's see this one. Okay. They're all moving quite quickly. Hey, Phil Greek, thank you so much for the subscription. Really appreciate it. So Phil Greek and Radon, are you able to get games here? Let me check to see if there's more games going on. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of games. Okay, well that's good at least. I'm letting the organizers know they can join the Discord call if they want. Hey, Archmage, thanks for watching. Oh, huge raid from the Chest Bay. Really appreciate it. Yeah, the parent algorithm is having problems here. So I'm sorry, let's check out this game here. So we are watching qualifiers for the Bughouse World Championship. This is the challengers section, which is somewhat equivalent to under 2000. Thanks for the follow from Archmage. Yeah, so the arena is having problems. Basically, sometimes people aren't paired, and what I'm pretty sure is going on is sometimes it just stops pairing people, but as soon as the last game that's happening ends, it starts pairing people again. So if you have patience, you can still get games, but I know that can be frustrating. So the arbiters are kind of trying to figure out what to do about this problem because we don't have any chess.com support staff who is available on the weekend. This king is in trouble. New knight here is pretty crushing. That's what he has to watch out for. I guess he wants like a queen to try to checkmate himself. Like a queen would mate. So now a queen mates in one, but the queen is not going to... Well, actually they're up time. He's up time. He should have sat to give his partner a chance. It's like knight check here. Could have won the rook immediately. And rook at least does something. So now two pawns mates. Pawn check, take, new knight. Pawn takes, knight takes, queen in. But he's just gonna keep rolling, attack this queen. Very dangerous, because again, if a rook comes, it's ugly over there. I think taking this is the right way to go. Then if here you can push the pawn, and then you have a place for the knight. Push the pawn, knight in, and that leads to mate. But he didn't do that. He did pick up a free queen though for his partner. I'm gonna grab this file. Okay, queen in here or rook. And take this. And there we go. Okay, looks like there's still a bunch of games going on. Let's check out Arm 11. This is going to be mate. Rook here. Okay, that works too. That's mate. Hey, Mystery on Twitch. I am not playing in the arena. I am just going to commentate. I'm one of the organizers of this tournament. Let's see. Oh, we got a Phil Greek Radon game here. Like Phil Greek might be going for a sack. So Phil Greek and Nubis chess player have got their queens out early. Problem with this move is a pawn can just win the bishop. He doesn't wait for the pawn. Phil Greek should be trying to develop these bishops. Meantime, Radon can grab the rook file, and he's done that. And he wants to get all these pieces active. So Phil Greek kind of on the attack, but we see like a new pawn here maybe. Radon, I expect he'll sack. That's kind of what Radon does. Surprised he didn't sack or even try for like this cheese. Phil Greek going for a bit of defense. Pawn here would be good though. The idea of pawn here is if it takes, then you have the knight fork. So h3 is vulnerable. Phil Greek is gonna be hurting from the fact that he never moved his d pawn, so the bishop isn't guarding the f4 square. Phil Greek, very greedy though. He's going after all this. If you're gonna lose this bishop anyway, might as well sack it and get the king in a little bit of a bad way over there. This doesn't really do anything. You can just take it. Or you can just ignore it and take this one. Probably even better to take this one since this pawn wasn't doing anything useful. Phil Greek, I don't like this move. It just limits the bishop's mobility. Maybe throw a bishop in here. Or you could push this pawn to try to make something happen. The fact that this d pawn hasn't moved, again, is going to be very rough for Phil Greek. The Radon team is up about 10 seconds. So giving up the rook. I think Radon can mate here. Honestly, Radon could have mated if he knight checked first. If he knight checked first, that would mate because pawn check. And then after he takes, he would have this square vacant for the mate. That's a mismate from Radon, but Radon's still doing quite well. Radon probably thinking of sacking. There's a number of ways to sack here. Play knight takes, the queen takes. He could just drop like a new pawn or bishop in here. And then if queen takes, vacates place for the knight. Radon has quite a good attack. And Phil Greek is doing fine, actually. He's chosen to play knight takes. So now you could see pawn here, knight here. Radon has a lot of possible attacks. Oh, that queen's going to make it pretty easy. This maiden one for Radon. And Phil Greek is perfectly safe. They are down a little bit of time, but it's not going to be a problem. Phil Greek just needs to make a few moves. And I think he's doing a good job of that. Might as well hold on to this knight. He could get his queen involved. That's a free dude. Even if he had a rook, there's still an escape square for Phil Greek. So Phil Greek perfectly safe, and they're actually up time now by about 10 seconds. So this game is over. I'm not sure why they're still playing it. But Anonymous Daydreamer is going to be flagged in short order. Anyway, I really appreciate the raid from the Chess Bay. If anyone has any questions about Bughouse, feel free to ask. If you want to join the Bughouse World Championship, let me put information for that in the chat. So this is a link to the Bughouse World Championship. The qualifiers are going on right now. There's still time to register. Qualifiers are held over the course of 2 weekends. There'll be qualifiers this Saturday and Sunday, and there'll be qualifiers again next Saturday and next Sunday. The registration deadline, oh, that's made a 1 with pawn here. Registration deadline is October 4th. I think you just take this. You have like a number of threats with the queens. Could also take the knight. Okay, I think I like new queen in. I think this mates. New queen in here, if over here, then here is mate. And if he goes back somewhere, then you're going to be able to go there. That's a little surprising. Okay. So he had mate at the end, not with queen. Oh, actually, he did have queen there because there's no longer a pin. So this mates, and so does this. 2 different mates. So they're mated on both boards. So it's still time to register. Definitely something to check out. Okay, now we see Radon and Phil Greek playing Chess Knight and Josh Price. I think Chess Knight and Josh Price are one of the teams that's winning the arena right now. Phil Greek cleaning up this mess around his king. I guess Josh Price may be waiting for food. So, oh, a queen's going to come. Are they up time? They are up time. So Phil Greek has to give the queen. I don't know why he made this move. The queen is coming for sure. That gives Radon a chance to defend. Although bishop in here is still quite good. This new bishop in, threatening queen here. Okay, instead he's going to try to threaten the knight. So pawn or knight mates for chess knight. Pawn here or knight here. Looks like even a rook is pretty close to mate. It's like a fancy smothered mate. Okay, but there's the knight, that's mate. Let's check out Manvik's team. We haven't seen them in a while. Oh, that went over quickly. Alright. There's only one game going on, so I think we probably have the game starting problem again. But as soon as this game is over, other people should be able to start their games. Okay, that's mate. I don't know why he didn't checkmate. That's another way of mating. Okay. Let's check the stand-ins. Chess Knight and Josh Price are winning with 15 arena points. Matter and the Pearson Arrow are close behind. And it looks like Peril the Dragon and Cannot Give You a Tempo have just maybe left the arena. They don't seem to be playing here. You know, Blunderman 1 in the mix. Alright. Now there's a whole bunch of games going on again. I think what might have happened is some of the stronger teams might have gotten frustrated with not getting paired and left the tournament. Oh, Chess Peril says he's waiting. So Chess Peril, for some reason, is not getting games while other people are. Manvik is not happy. So yeah, so there's some pairing problems going on. Let's check out some games here. Yeah, free pawn. Probably a free rook coming. Grayson last maybe wants like a new knight to pick up the queen, but there's that knight is over here, so it's not going to come. Oh, I guess he's got to watch out for this. That's a good move. I like it. He's threatening to take this bishop at some point in the future. He's got to relieve the pin. He could castle. We could play queen up. Something like that. Looks like the green tree has a lot of extra pieces to work with. And not only that, but he's using his existing pieces very effectively. Aslan seems like a good decision there. So we could bring this guy back to defend. Or we could go over here, threaten a queen trade. GGM5 not utilizing a lot of his existing pieces, but is making effective use of the queen and the bishop. Oh, queen trade on offer. And I think this mate's actually a pawn. Oh no, maybe not. The knight guards. But still, I think the queen trade is in his interest. This is a clever move. I like it. So now he can take that. And if knight takes, just take this knight. Queen takes, you can trade the queens. I would just queen takes knight and then take back 2 pieces for a queen, even trade in Bughouse. Chess Pearl and Can I Give You a Tempo are waiting for a game. Yes, sometimes the arenas have problems like this, and I've reported the problems like many times, and they keep saying that they're fixed. So I don't know what to say. I don't like this move. No, this is just like a free bishop. Bites the dust, trying to put more pieces on the board. If you're going to put some there, why not just put a bishop rather than a queen? Piece the queen around at least. Now queen trade is great for Grayson last. Oh, okay. Forked 2 queens. I think you got to try to get this knight out of here. Okay, that's reasonable. Let's defend in against the threat. Yeah, that I don't like. That was just a free pawn. Pawn here would be interesting to threaten this. I like this rook move. Guards a lot of squares while still attacking and defending at the same time. Always what you want. Very nice move by the green tree. Okay, queen in here. And at worst you could take the knight, but probably you take this pawn instead. This okay, actually pawn is gonna mate. Pawn. Yeah. Nicely done. Okay, so we have looks like we have no games again. But usually when that happens, the games start up again. I expect within a minute we're gonna see everyone paired again. Yeah, Raiden and I are both not fans of variance merge on chess.com. But really, I think the bigger problem than variance merge is 4-player chess switched to from quote old standard to the Omatomic setup, which was a very bad decision. Thanks for the follow from Arsa Chess 123. Really appreciate it. Okay, now we are not seeing some games. That's not great. How are you doing, Harsa Chess? You're doing well. So this is just pretty bad that arenas are not working. We might have to make an executive decision to make the rest of them Swiss instead of arena. Just if we're gonna have buggy arenas all the time. I have to go briefly. I will be back. Sorry about this. Uh, Sorry about that. Yeah, no commentator. Yeah, I had to step away. I have some contractors working on my house. I had to let them in. Yeah, I don't see any games. So that's not great. Um, Not sure what's going to happen here. I think commentators are trying to figure out how to respond to this. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to put that in this channel. I put this in the wrong channel. Let's see. All right. Not sure what to do if there's just not going to be any more games. See, the games that are going on are, I think, people who are playing outside of the tournament. I'm not sure what's going on, whether it's going to be canceled or what. Oh, Hearts of Chess is Vishy Anand Gamer 123. Oh, cool. By the way, 1800 strength. There wouldn't be no commentator if you just jumped into the Discord call, because I am in a Discord call, so I'm open to more commentators. Still no parents. Yeah, this is pretty bad. This is just the chess.com problems with the code. So I've had similar problems when I've played arenas late at night, that sometimes they will stop pairing eventually. Don't know what causes it, but it really sucks when it happens. We have 38 minutes left in this arena, and if there's no pairing's going to happen, not sure what to do. I guess I could watch some random games while we're waiting. Just check out some games in the random pool. 2 knights plus pawn equals commentator gold. Yeah. No, Radon, if you want to co-commentate, I'd love to have you commentating, but you are playing, so if it ever gets up and running again, then I guess you would need to play. But Radon, after you've already qualified, maybe you can jump in the commentator's booth. So I'm not sure if Quick Dash is warming up, if he is going to be playing the open section or not. Obviously qualified by default. Maybe so. Oh, this is a fun little mate. I mean, he has to take this. If he takes, obviously it's mate. Now you can take whatever's there, take there, mate. I think Wizos Asos is King Switcher. I guess he's warming up for the open section. Myriad says he's lost by default. Let's see. I guess we could go check again to see who would qualify if we just took the top 4 teams from here. Looks like we would have Chess Knight and Josh Price, Lude Ryder and Faiz 58, Matter and Pearson Arrow, and MC Cavallo and Lore 35. That would be our 4 teams if we count this arena and it no longer pairs people. Airman only seems fairly safe, and it seems like he's attacking. Ooh, I would have taken this one instead. Then the pawn drop would have made more sense. But this still works. So checkmate happened on the left board here. I mean, they were winning on both boards. I'm not sure who Chased by Swans is or Experimental Only. Someone's challenged me to a 30-minute game, which we will decline. Top one standing got paired. Yeah, I mean, that basically kind of decided who is winning the arena, is who was able to get games. Oh, knight check is a threat. Maybe he wants a pawn for here. What else could he do? He can drop a bishop. Well, this knight actually defends. Oh, he's going for the pawn thing. Okay. Picked up a free piece, but he's losing a piece. Kind of balances out. Might see queen takes to threaten this, but I guess he was worried about pawn in. New knight in. Oh, okay. Now new knight in. Ooh, this looks pretty scary for quick dash. I guess maybe instead of this, he wants like a new pawn so that he has this square open for the knight that's not defended. Maybe knight in here now would be interesting. Just knight here, take bishop. And then just push the pawn. I'm always mystified why people sit. So don't know why they're sitting. Chase best pawn is down time, so he has to move eventually. Knight check, take this. So maybe push. And now like a pawn is very good to try to promote. You could just take that and then take this. He could take the queen, but I think he's waiting for a knight check. Knight check and then try to just mate him up somehow. If he knight checks, I think he has to go this way. If he goes down, then bishop here is just death. So knight check, king over. And I still don't think it leads to mate, so. If he had a rook, there's some interesting themes here with like knight check, and then if rook takes, then rook here, or the opposite, rook check first. And if he takes, he'd be like knight check one of these places. Quick dash is in trouble though. Okay, now he's trying to generate something. If here there's this, I'm gonna try to go up here. Assume we're taking that. Oh. Quick dash running out of moves and he's down time. Really ahead of the dog should stop moving. Or ahead of the game, I should say. Ahead of the game. Should stop moving. Rook here could be good. Or just keep pummeling this knight. But basically the head of the game should not move because quick dash's only hope is to get something to attack with. So quick dash down about 10 seconds. He's probably going to flag. And there we have mate. Alright. Is anything going on in this tournament yet? No. I think this tournament's kind of cooked. Well, maybe we should call it then. If the tournament isn't going to happen. We could find someone to raid. Save our strength for another qualifier. So I'm typing in the Slack to chess.com programmers who won't read this till Monday, if that. All right. Yeah, there's really not much to watch. I think I should find someone to raid. So it looks like Jonas Rath is streaming some 4-player chess. Probably a good candidate. So I'm sorry this didn't turn out to be a great qualifier. I will stream the next qualifier, which is going to be tonight at 5 p.m. Tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and hopefully we'll get these issues sorted out. We may have to switch to Swiss instead of Arena, even though I strongly prefer Arena tournaments to Swiss. If Swiss works and Arenas don't, then the choice is pretty clear. Looks like we have a number of viewers, mostly thanks to the Chess Bay for her earlier raid. So thank you again to the Chess Bay. Let me make sure. Yep. So we're going to shout out the Chess Bay again. Thank you for the subs from Phil Greek, Raydon, and 4-Player Chess. Really appreciate it. And best of luck to Phil Greek and Raydon to qualify in a future qualifier in the Challenger section. We're going to send you to Jonas Rath, who's streaming 4-Player Chess. 4-Player Chess is a very fun variant, and Jonas Rath has won the Solo World Championship. I forget if once or twice, at least once. So he's a very strong player, and I've learned a lot about the game from watching his streams. You guys should watch him too. Drop him a follow. Thanks for the follow from Celantheus. Really appreciate it. Anyway, I'll see you guys in a few hours for the next qualifier, for qualifier number 2. Have a great day, everyone.